back to Badwater Ridge. I think this video is going out on Monday, which is kind of appropriate. Start of the new week, project finished. We had some challenges and opportunities, so let's just run through those quickly. You will see we have 147 logs because building all of these used up a heck of a lot of planks and logs. Our planks have recovered now because towards the end we weren't using so much wood as I kind of faffed about getting this bit built. But that meant that the other thing that happened, we cleared all of the metal from here. So we do have a reasonable amount. Well, we have 105 scrap metal stored. So yep, that happened. But I cut down all the trees that are here, cut down all the trees that are here, cut down most of the trees that are here, cut down most of the trees that are here. And we're working on cutting down the trees that are here because we had some spare beavers, and so we've got beavers going rather a long way to cut down trees at the moment, but we need the logs. Kind of linked to that, and before we will be putting in a new forest, but I did just plant some extra trees here, and this guy might just survive before the water comes back. We will see. Yeah, so these might not grow, these might kind of dry out and regrow and stuff as drought comes and goes, but this was hydrated, so I thought maybe we could sneak some trees in. This bit of land ended up getting terraformed, and we put in the extra plank lumber mills, and I prioritized them, and that sort of helped improve their productivity. And we now have a whole bunch of planks and gears and stuff, which is going to come in very handy in a moment. Started putting in some more warehouses for storage, and I threw in our first of the advanced breeding pods, because now, thanks to someone pointing out, we're storing extract, we can make use of those. And it might be worth making the switch over so that we get adult beavers straight away, or a mix. I'm always a bit nervous about switching, but we have a little bit of space, so I put one in to just push the population up a tiny bit. We also cut all of these trees down, and yeah, we need to address that. So the other thing that I've been doing is working on, let's just hit the button slowly, working on blasting this down, and we can now do the last layer of that, and then we will put the staircase in and then put the mine in. We have all the resources to build the mine, so that's cool. The new water system has worked perfectly through a long-ish drought. We did get to the point where I think there was a tiny bit of water left in here, or we might have pumped it all out, but you can see our water store has improved significantly. So I think probably it would be a good point to begin emptying these and sticking in some more large water tanks. And maybe clearing this side out and planting crops in here, because we do need to start thinking about improving our food supply. So what do we want to store in these things? Some more coffee beans, some more gears would be good. Some more explosives. So what I was doing is, as I ran out of storage for things that I really needed, I was just kind of swapping them around. I did also realize that I didn't have any storage for eggplant rations at one point. So yeah, I've been doing the same with the tower here. I've been kind of swapping stuff around as we've needed storage for it. So yeah. Right. I've also put in here the clutch mod. Never used it before. It's by Battery Smooth, who makes the flywheels, and what it's done is it's enabled us to disconnect the two systems. I didn't initially have it disengaged, so we've used a little bit of power from our gravity batteries. That's why they're a little bit discharged. But what you will see is, so this side we have our power network, which is supplying 2000 power with a demand of 1800, and then this side we have our battery network, which can hold 252,000 charge, which is pretty good. And what it does show is that everything is connected up, which I like. So it is time to enable it and see what we get, and then we can connect it. And I put this clutch in just so that we could do that, so we could kind of have the process. It means we can quickly recharge the batteries as well. I kind of thought it was cool. I don't know. Go with it. So let's get on double speed, and then we're going to put the mine in. We're going to start working on getting bots going before we run out of metal, and then expanding our industry as we get this huge power generation capacity. And that's why I wanted the clutch, because it's going to show us how much power we're generating just from this. And what it should mean is hopefully the engine shut off and save us wood. And because we're in the bad tide at the moment, the water wheels aren't turning, but because with the iron teeth, this will remain open and it will flow during a drought as well as a bad tide, as well as temperate. We're always going to have power. And the question now is just how much we're always going to have power. The other thing that I've done, and I haven't detonated it yet, is I put some explosives down here just to move this back a little bit to try and stop any potential flooding around as it goes around the corner here. But yeah, we are looking at, I think it's going to take a little while to stabilize as it fills up, but it's that 14,500 is my prediction of 20,000 going to come to fruition. I'm happy with 15, to be honest. 16. It's ramping up still. 17. So that's way more power than we're using at the moment. Yeah. And there's no reason why we couldn't put some BADWATER pumps in here as well if we needed to. But 18 looks like it's settling around about just under 18,000, which is not bad, is it? It's not bad, right? So let's enable the clutch, and there we go. Did that drop as I enabled the clutch? No, I think it's just the system is sorting itself out. So there we go. That should mean that these guys, because of smart power, don't need to run. Yeah, so if we click down here now, we've got our power grid all connected up, running through the pivotal mud bath. The mud bath high dive. That's a bit of a waste, isn't it? Oh well. We'll recover those at some point. Oh, this is so good. I like that it's not behaving unstably in any way. We've got a lot of spare capacity, so yeah, that's great. Yeah, so let's get to doing, shall we? We need to get this cleared out now. So let's focus our attention on progress, shall we? So we can multitask a little bit in that I think we should delete that, and we should put in a large water tank here. Because obviously that's significantly more water. That's 1200 water instead of 90 water. I think we could then delete all of these small water tanks. Our water capacity is currently 7,000. It was 7,190. It's going to go up a lot. Yeah. Maybe we get rid of this one as well. Put another large one there, and that might mean we can get rid of all of these. Free up the planting space. So, boom. Keeping that. That should be a triple, I think. Yep. I want to over detonate it because otherwise we'll have to build more, and then we're going to put a huge staircase down here. Is the plan. We're only just pumping enough BADWATER. And am thinking that a fourth Badwater pump might be a good idea at this point. That probably requires us doing some explosive work. So really we want to come down to that level. So if we were to place it there, we'd want to blast that piece out. So let's do that and that, and let's place it there. The path's going to go a bit ugly, but right. And then many ladders, and the ladders mod makes this stuff so easy, doesn't it? Versus trying to get a staircase down into here. Yeah. Assuming I put them the right way around. Just have a path into the bottom there, and there we go. We can just go metal efficient mine. And bosh, yes. Make it so, beavers, make it so. Give that a little nudge of priority. And then all the way back over here, we need to think about our bot production. And, yeah. How do we want to do bots? First, we need to unlock them. And that results in kind of an ugly step. Or we come across here. And there's no reason we can't bring power up here, because we don't necessarily need that path anymore. So we could go 1, 2, 3. And then I know this is going to disconnect our huge power bank, but let's do that, and let's then prioritize that. All the power's being wasted on that side, so builder beavers, come build. Be a very quick job to get that built. There we go. It's a very quick job to get most stuff built on here at the moment. So there we go. Then want to delete that piece of path. You want a high power shaft there. And then bot assemblers 2x. No, they're 3x, because otherwise they would have fitted there rather nicely, but they won't. No. Oh, would they fit on the back? Oh, they would. I like that, actually. I like that. Let's pause you. Power. Actually, I do like that, because then we could put some storage there. Let's pause you a second as well. So we need, if I do limbs, chassis, and heads. So we need gears, blocks, and planks. Almost feels like it would make more sense to actually gears. We do a staircase at the end. Storage, large industrial pile. Yep. Gears. I'm going to move you down one. The gaps there. And that. I'm actually going to put the assemblers on top because all the components are going to be this side. So let's do that. I know this is ending up a lot like how I would normally build them. So I was going to apologise, but I'm not going to apologise. I unashamedly am going to build it in a very similar to way how I would normally build it. So planks, metal block. You need gears. That's going to be set to obtain. That's going to be set to obtain. That's going to be set to obtain. And this is going to be chassis, heads, and you're going to be limbs. So that's all of the componentry. So let's prioritize building all of that, and then on top we will have 1, 2 bot assemblers, and then you can throw in the gap a token charger. That's not going to pick up power there, is it? We need to put it back one. There we go. And I now need to be thinking about the fact that I'm going to need to put charging stations all around here. But what I'm going to do is, again, what I often do, and initially focus on, start getting them building bot parts. I'm going to initially focus on getting bots building bots. That's what I was trying to say. Bots building bots is always a good thing because it's and we'll then work on getting bots doing industry because that's a high injury rate thing. Things like running this guy. And again, I don't remember if one of you guys knows, or girls, sorry, because shouldn't assume. If one of you know how many bots this setup supports when it's being, actually given the materials it needs, that'd be really cool to know. It'd be really interesting to know if I can support this industry area with this bot setup. I don't know if I can or not. So these trees are going to survive the drought, which is cool. We are waiting for them to get those built. We are still very short of logs. So while they work on that job, I need to put in another forest. And I think there's 2 potential areas we could use. Either this corner, which has got a bit of elevation to it, which could be a bit of a faff. There's this area which is not huge. If I put a forester up here, and we removed that, maybe took some of this stuff out. A forester could probably farm all of this. Maybe that's where we put it, and it would look kind of random but interesting. Maybe that's got me intrigued, actually. So intrigue is winning here. So I think that should allow us to put explosives up there. And then that would be triple explosives. If we put a single on there, we can then put double explosives there. Yeah. We need to get down into there and demolish those because we'll fill those in and we will place we'll place the hydration thing in a better spot. I know we're short trees, but I'm just going to mark those to be demolished. We are going to terraform this to be filled in. That's why I want to rip those dead trees out so that it's, I think this is a nice big area. It's obviously not the perfect shape, but hey, make use of the land. They don't need to be unobtained, but we can use that dirt to build that. That's awesome. Let's go check on these spots over here. So we can probably at this point get rid of you, and maybe pause you. And I think we probably, let's push in a bit further there and throw in a couple more lumberjacks there. Yeah, let's throw in 3. Get them clearing those out nice and quickly. How's this looking? It's going in rather nicely. We've got a bunch of spare beavers, so let's unpause some more of our builders. Why is it saying, because someone didn't put the path in on the level below. So let's do it this way. Too far. There we go. Fixed. Yeah. Oh, we've got bots being, we have bots being produced. Cool. That's cool. Yeah, and we've got quite a lot of science, so we could actually very quickly get bots going on that job. You could be deleted, and because they will just pick the water up, I'm just going to delete all of those. Storage. I wanted to put it there so it matched. I would, because if it's like that, it's going to bug me unless I move it. And maybe that makes sense, because if I move it, he gets access. Yeah, because I've blocked access. Oh, geez, that's annoying. Empty. So I want to plant crops. I want to unplant those cassavas. Gosh darn it, as they say in places when they get upset about things. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I love that we currently don't have to worry about power at all for an amount of time. There will come a time when, you know, when power becomes a challenge again, but for now we don't, which is awesome. Right, so you can be deleted. You should be exploded, and then you should be triple dynamite. Go up. You can be deleted. You should have double dynamite placed on you. You should have single dynamite placed on you. You should prioritize the deletion of those so it happens. You should fill that missing spot in. Yup. I'm kind of thinking that what we do is we go delete you. Come do it. Yeah, man. We build the one that's going to go this side so they can empty that into it, and then we move that one up, build that one, and then we can, I think, get rid of all of these, put back in the fruit picking dude, and then we'll be good. We should probably plant crops. Aren't those kohlrabies in there? Yeah. They just out of reach. Some logs. We could do with some logs. Right. So that's done. So let's landscape that in. Oh, they can't get to that now because I'm dumb. So what we're going to have to do is dynamite it out a piece, put in a staircase, and then remove it and then refill it. I know. Sometimes I do things super efficiently. Sometimes I just do things. So they can go now, because that just needs to all be single dynamite. And then we'll try and work out where the sensible place is to put the water dump. Try not to kill any beavers. Time it perfectly. I didn't kill any beavers, so it wasn't timed badly at least. There we go. So if you think that we hydrate 15 by 15, so this is, I could knock this all the way back as well. How wide is this plateau? At the widest point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19. So yeah, we should. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yes, as long as we put it in the middle, we should be good, actually. So let's get them to build that. But yeah, I think we should. Obviously, we don't want to destroy our pathway here. So maybe from here, we want to come up here. And we place a double explosive there. And all of that can go. And yeah, it gives us a bit more space for planting trees. It will recover a bit naturally. We have a bot. We have an bot. An bot is first going into limb production. Also going to prioritize all of those by haulers, because we always have problems with the productivity of our bots. I'm also going to now ease up on those, and I think in fact I'm going to delete one of them and build another hauling post, because I've got there. It's not an epiphany, it's not a massive realization. Haulers are the key to having this game run effectively, I think. Not necessarily prioritization by haulers, but just having enough haulers that stuff gets moved around quickly. So once we are doing scrap metal efficient, we are going to need gears, treated planks, and explosives at the top of the mine. So we could probably use the long, tiny ones and the yep, that guy. So these are from a mod pack. They're part of the Water Beaver mod, but they're a separate mod pack in this case. There we go. And then we'll have a normal industrial pile for scrap metal. Set to supply. We will set those to obtain. Go. So they should now be able to get to that and build it. And I've got a feeling it won't take them that long. I think we've got most, if not all of the resources for them to build those. So, yeah. Should be good. Let's make sure that those are prioritized so that they're bringing over the components that they need. We've got 9 spare beds. We've got 12 kits. I am going to replace another one of those with an advanced breeding pod. We need to build our... Oh, that big tank's empty now, so we need to build our 2 large water storage tanks. I'm actually going to put... No, I'm going to put them facing each other because symmetry. Which is not always something that I stress over massively, but, you know... Water. So, here we go. And that means now we can put our gatherer flag back. They actually still can't access those. So what we're going to do is delete all of those little water tanks. Food, gatherer flag, and they now can access those. We don't need to plant more berries. We've got 300 odd. I guess that's because we don't have that much storage for berries, because we only need them for producing baby beavers. But that's how you make small beavers. You mix liquid and berries in a pot and you get a small beaver. And we can plant... Oh, we've got grown there. Cassava. Doing for cassavas. Cassavas, 100. Yeah, we should plant more cassavas. Plant crops. Harvest. Okay. Cool. That works. That works for me. That gives us quite a bit more water storage. And if I unpause you, you'll come and do the planting that I asked you to do. And all of those resources can be collected. Cool, we've got another bot free. You can go in to here. We get our chargers built. We did. Brilliant. We are botizing things. This is still just doing its thing. Love it. Right. You can be deleted. You can be deleted. Just leave you 3 to keep clearing those off. And we need to focus on getting our new tree production going. So let's get you in. Let's get you built. Let's delete that. Get that in. And then we need to delete some of this unnecessary path. And that's kind of necessary. It gets us to where we need to go. Get up here. And I guess eventually we won't need to get up here, but now we do. We don't really need dirt storage up here. We should instead expand our dirt storage here. So let's do that. What we'll do is something like that. dirt, and dirt. And I'm going to delete all of those and get them to tidy those up. So I'm going to delete that. So that basically, let's delete those as well. So there's a bit of tidying up to do over here, but otherwise it for needing to go up there for any particular reason. So where's the middle of there? Let's pause. Come in, so that's 10. That's 10. 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So somewhere in here. So if we placed our watering point about there, that should equally water both sides, although I am kind of aware that maybe we won't touch that side. So I do know that 3x3 works. Gives you kind of good maximal hydration, but I'm going to do a 4x4 to try and get into the corner here without having to do a second one. And I like to do 3 deep for 2 reasons. One of them being that it lets me hide the stream gauge. So yeah, let's get that going. I'm going to prioritize that. And it's very close to the edge, obviously, but we want to try and get across to here as well. And we could always straighten up this edge some more. So, you know, we could do more of this. And gain some more planting land. And I don't think it's really spoiling the look of it too much. And I kind of like the idea of having trees up in the sky. Now, what I might do is build everything out over the build most of it out over this. Yeah, good words. What we'll do is we'll then fill in the rest of it. Get a path. We need lumberjack. We need a 2x2 for the forester. I put the forester there. They can plant all of that. Let's do that. Going to need. We delete that. Put in a. Let's do it there, so it's next to double platform there, triple platform there, and then put a pit tank on there because it holds a bit more water. Chain. We can do wood, jack. 1, 2, 3. We will possibly need more lumberjacks, but and let's prioritize all of that. Don't need to build that one because there's nothing to be built on it, so save ourselves a little bit of stuff. Lots of technical term, by the way, in case you're not aware. You know. Yeah, I'm going to put in 1 more lumberjack. I think we need 4, so that's that done. That's that refilled. Get you built. And let's go check on our mine. We've got most of the treated planks in. That's pretty cool. We've got 3 spare bots suddenly. So let's go bot. Let's unlock the bot assembler. We've just about got enough science for that. So that's cool. I haven't left myself a lot of room for charging. What we could do is put a bit of path there. Put some charges like that. We could also, we should, I should, they should. Actually up here would be a good place for it because we don't have a lot going on up here at the moment. Let's delete this chunk of path. Yeah, actually here would be perfect for it. We delete that, go power 4-way. Thinking number crunchers, because we've got a huge excess of power at the moment. Thinking throw a bunch of number crunchers in to gain a whole load of science. Pause. You going, get this explosives going as well, please. Thank you, and that going. Yeah, you know, we've got so much spare power that science. Number cruncher. I mean, they're going to use a lot of resources to build them, but I think stockpiling science now might pay us some dividends in the future. So, we're going to do advanced, attach to stream gauge, pause when above 2.6, unpause when below 2.5. Here we go. And I'm going to pause that for a bit until this gets fuller. We've got 2 more bots, so we can get bots building the other bots. Awesome. And then I think probably next is really we want to be thinking about having bots in here. And my kind of thought is that for charging them, I'm actually wondering if we go power wheel. I wonder if that would actually generate power. The alternative is we have to throw in an engine up here. Which wouldn't be the end of the world. It's sounding very dramatic, isn't it? Like building an engine is world ending in any scenario in this game. What I'm thinking is that we extend the terrain along here a bit. We extend the path a bit. We go power, engine. We push the engine down to, actually 2 is probably not enough, is it? Thinking about how many charges we maybe want. 10 bots. Maybe, is 3 going to be enough for 10 bots? Might be. Maybe it is actually. Maybe we do that. We put a path here. We do, actually we could do 4, couldn't we? 2, 3, 4 charges. And then what I'm thinking is we do, and I said I wasn't going to use flywheels, but I'm not going to use lots of flywheels. But for over here, I think this is the perfect situation for a escaping that power flywheel, medium, vertical framed flywheel. Yes. Pause that. So yeah, because that way the engine will spin up the flywheel will charge the bots, and yeah, I think that's a better idea. I think that'll work quite well. Taking a while for this to get filled up, that is a disadvantage of having it be deeper, but as I say, we get a big surge in the area covered. That was a bit of a silly move, but we can recover from that as well, because we can just delete that and then we can place a single explosive on there. Let's do that. Let's not do that. And we will start planting trees, because they're going to take a long time to grow, because we're going to be doing oak trees. So let's make a start on getting them going, and as the hydration expands, we'll plant more. I've got 4 spare bots now. We need to get more stuff going on. We should unpause some of our gear production because we've hammered our gears. Thinking about, we probably want to get some in there as well. Thinking about the activities that are dangerous. Let's get bots in the explosives, because we've probably got, yeah, we've got 9 incapacitated beavers. So no, we've just done the smelters. So let's get them in all of the smelters. And then we'll do the explosives. We'll try and focus on the dangerous industrial stuff first. So probably we want to get bots in here as well. And I think actually here would probably be a good, I don't know if power connects through here. Yeah, it does. So this would probably be a good spot to throw a couple of charges as well. Get bots going in here. Although we don't really need this at the moment. We've got a lot of bare dirt. Yeah. Not got around to building that yet, but I'm in no rush with that. I'm in no rush with that. Let's recover those logs though. They are marked to be recovered. Cool. Up here, hopefully we are tidied up a little bit. Tidied up a little bit. Oh, I forgot that we were building another BADWATER pump. And actually I've done that, and I didn't need to, because what I needed to do really was have it step out further. So that was a complete waste of resources. But oh well. And the other thing we can do, obviously, maybe not obviously, the other thing that we can do is we can put a bot in there. But what I'm going to do is get a bot going on some gears. We need a lot of gears with the stuff that we've done recently. So, yep. Actually, speaking of dirt, let's make use of some of that to put in that flood prevention that I spoke about. So what we would need to do, we'd need to come up and over this. And then we're going to need to come down because we're, yeah. Because I think what's needed to deal with that little surge that we get is something like that. And actually, they'll build that from the side, won't they? So, yeah. I think that will help deal with it. So we should probably build some more mud baths, shouldn't we? Now I've unlocked them, and now we've got lots of power. Oh god, that was dumb, wasn't it? Yes, I know I could have just used a ladder. Didn't want to. We've got another bot spare, so let's start putting bots in the explosives. I think we're going to need to start building big warehouses very soon. Because I think we're going to start getting... Wow, that's worked really well, actually. I'm really pleased with that. So, let's get rid of that. Yeah. This is going to be a pretty good size forest, actually. It's hydrated a decent area. Gonna give us those? Yep. I think they might be green enough to put a tree in. So, there we go. Awesome. Oh, we missed a couple. That should really help. And yeah, we can recover a bit more as well. So, really looking forward to seeing that be all green up there and covered in trees. And I think that's an interesting use of that piece of land. We've got 3 more bots to make use of, so let's get them in. Oh, I've not got enough science to... Oh, I have. I have not. I've only got 700 science. Okay. In that case, we'll throw them at gear production for now. I want to keep them in this area until we've got power generation across a wider area. It feels kind of sensible. Yep, let's go over here. Well, we are very close to having the mine up and running. So that stuff's all sorted. Going to give a bit of medium priority to those things. So we will want that to be in place for when the mine opens up and we're bringing bots over to run the mine. Yeah. So I think we're getting to the point, because I think actually the industry can cope now. I think we were just struggling with the project that we had. This forest is not going to be enough. We are going to need more forest. It's just an initial expansion. But I think we're getting to the point where the other thing that I'm going to do now, so I don't forget, is mark this whole area as a cutting area, because I will forget, and then I'll wonder why they're not cutting down the trees. Which area of the map should we start to colonize next? Because because I think that's the next job. So we've got this corner, which is obviously quite lowlands, has the bad water from our power supply is going into it, but we could probably quite easily divert that off the map. We've got a fresh water source, we've got a bad water source, and again, our bad water divert comes through here. So we've got a bit of work to do to tidy that up. But we could maybe think about doing something with this area. We've got the area where the water comes in, do something with. And we've got this side of the map, and we've got this kind of little start of a river area that we could maybe look at cleaning up. I think this could be quite, I'm kind of tempted by this, because this I think gives us an interesting challenge. We've got this big standing pool of bad water, that's being fed by a few different places. But there's clean water coming in here. We've got clean water coming in from here with our overflow. So yeah, let me know which one you think we should try and tackle next. And kind of direction, because we've got a stable base colony that we can expand out from. We've got the beginnings of bots being able to do stuff. We need more science. We need more science. But I think we're in a position where we can start to think about what we want to do to grow on here. And I do want to, I think we want to get out of this kind of starter corner and maybe try and reclaim and maybe re-green a lot of the map. I think that would be a good goal. Maybe have more of these rivers flowing as water. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So let me know what you think. And I'll see you all next time.